The Titanic was a British passenger liner operated by the White Star Line that sank in the North Atlantic Ocean in the early morning hours of April 15, 1912. After striking an iceberg during her maiden voyage from Southampton to New York City. There were an estimated 2,224 passengers and crew aboard the ship, and more than 1,500 died, making it one of the deadliest commercial peacetime maritime disasters in modern history. In the years since the Titanic sank, many survivors have shared their stories of the disaster. These stories are a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, and they offer a unique glimpse into one of the most tragic events in history. Elin Hakkarainen was a 17-year-old third-class passenger from Finland when she boarded the Titanic. She was traveling to America with her parents and siblings in search of a better life. On the night of the sinking, Elin and her family were asleep in their cabin when they were awakened by the sound of the ship hitting the iceberg. They quickly dressed and made their way to the lifeboats. Elin was one of the lucky ones who was able to get into a lifeboat. She watched in horror as the Titanic sank below the waves, taking hundreds of people with her. Elin and the other survivors were rescued by the RMS Carpathia, and they were eventually taken to New York City. She never saw her parents or siblings again, but she survived the sinking and went on to live a long and happy life. Violet Jessop was a 24-year-old nurse when she boarded the Titanic as a crew member. She had previously survived the sinking of the RMS Olympic, a sister ship of the Titanic, in 1911. On the night of the Titanic sinking, Violet was helping to load lifeboats when the ship began to go down. She was one of the last people to leave the ship, and she was rescued by the RMS Carpathia. Violet Jessop went on to have a long and distinguished career as a nurse. She worked during World War I, and she was also involved in the rescue of survivors of the Lusitania sinking in 1915. Charles Lightoller was the second officer on the Titanic. He was one of the last people to leave the ship, and he was one of the few officers who survived the sinking. Lightoller was a highly respected officer, and he was known for his calm and collected demeanor. He helped to load lifeboats and evacuate passengers from the ship, and he even went back into the sinking ship to rescue more people. Lightoller was awarded the British Empire Medal for his bravery during the Titanic sinking. He went on to have a long and successful career in the Royal Navy, and he retired as a Rear Admiral in 1936. These are just a few of the many Titanic survivor stories that have been shared over the years. These stories are a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit, and they offer a unique glimpse into one of the most tragic events in history.